If you say na dem kill am, but you dey there when dem kill am,
Yeah,
how dem take kill am?
dem tie rope for neck.
Okay, you know so they use that man break his skull.
Welcome back, guys. This is a story about how a site engineer got murdered by the workers he employed to work with him on a project. A site engineer whose name is Chigozie Udalo was murdered by his employees in Delta State after they discovered he had a large sum of amount in his money point account. The victim, who managed a fish pond, went missing December 10, 2024. That was last year. So they just recently discovered after series of investigations, which led to the arrest of two suspects, which are David Tacho, who tried withdrawing money from the victim's account, and the second suspect is Daniel Osio. But the two others are still at large, which are Victor Tacho and Pius Daniel. This suspect allegedly killed Udalo with a hammer. They tied him up and buried him in a shallow grave. Well, they were able to discover the exact spot which he was buried in, and that was when they had to exhume his body for autopsy. And efforts to apprehend the fleeing suspects are still ongoing. But before I say anything more, let us listen to the Delta Police Force on this particular case.
It's Delta State Police Command. We are apparently at board camp in Akukubo community, Oshimiri, North local government area, where a site engineer, a cousin to this man who was here, workers he employed, because they saw a particular amount of money on his phone, they conspired, they murdered him and buried him at a shallow grave just by the site. Not just did they do that, after doing that, they still remained here. Even when the brother was coming to answer, we may not see site engineer, a lot of them claimed that they did not see. But thank God, as of yesterday, today, they have all been arrested and we've come here to exhume the corpse. So I just want us to hear from the person who employed all of them and came to complain. My guy, just tell us your name.
My name is Isaac Nagbe.
Which particular day you notice say he went missing?
That was on the 12.
12. Okay, and you reported at Akugo.
Yes, I reported at Akubo police station. Yes.
The people that were arrested, have you met them before?
Yes, I've been seeing them in this. Every time I visited this site, I used to see them. Even when my brother got missing. Yes, I used to see them. I used to ask them. They said that they didn't see. No, they didn't. They have not cited my brother.
Okay, before we arrested these boys, was there any time that anybody accused you of maybe saying that you know what happened?
Yeah, sure. They have been accusing me since then.
So now, this man putting on white is the cousin to the deceased engineer. And according to him, it was the one that gave him the project to construct this fish pond. It happened that this guy went missing towards the ending of December last year. And they've been trying to look for him, not knowing this what happened to him. So, knowing that he's a very successful businessman, the family has had eye on him. And they felt he's the one responsible for the disappearance of the man. Maybe he used his cousin brother for rituals, or maybe he sold him, because they were not sure of what to think. They just suspected him because he's very successful. I even heard they took him to several deities just to go and swear that he is not the one responsible for the death of this engineer. And knowing fully well that he's innocent and doesn't have anything to do with this case, he had to go with them to swear. Some people will feel, oh, I'm a Christian, it's against our religion, or I'm a Muslim, it's against our religion to actually swear. But at some point, when it gets to here, and you know you cannot escape it, just for your own safety and for your own life, you have to do whatever they ask you to do, even if it involves going to the shrine to swear. So after involving the police in this case, that okay, this engineer, this his cousin brother is missing, he still had to go to the deity and swear. So after the whole case, he was actually free to go, but he didn't just want to walk away from the case, because this is not just any other site engineer. This was his cousin, and he needed to get to the root of this situation to just die the issue once and for all. So they had to continue searching and conducting series of investigations, and that's how they got to this point where they were able to know that okay, this man died on site and was buried in so place. Let us also hear from the father of the deceased person.
Daddy, now that we've been able to recover your son's remains at the site where he was murdered, how do you feel?
Well, I feel happy, because if I'm not recovered, I can't know what I can do.
Yes.
I appreciate your effort.
Thank you, sir. What will be your son's name again?
Chigozie
Chigozie.
Yes.
Okay. How old is he?
About 30 years.
Okay.
So that was the father of the deceased. He actually said he is happy that they've gotten to the root of this situation, that they now know it wasn't that other guy that killed his son. The officer therefore pushed further with the interrogations to know how it actually happened, what pushed them to do that. Although the man said he was aware of their plans, but he never partook in any of it because he didn't want to indulge himself in such acts. So let us listen to this couple of questions the man was asked.
And what make them kill that boy?
Because they say they want to kill and collect money dey inside account.
Okay. Where were you? How una take kill am?
Na they kill am. As the man enter side, dem say make I go that place where they sleep.
Okay, if you say na dem kill am, but you dey there when they kill am. How they take kill am?
Dem tie rope for a neck.
Okay, you know so they use that man break his skull.
The hammer no see am, na the rope now.
Okay, you know, but you see the rope. Okay, where they bury am?
Na for fish man now they bury.
Where you dey when they bury am?
I dey the site.
You dey decide. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel who?
Oshiud.
From where?
Benue.
Okay, who go show us where they for bury am today?
Na me go show una.
David Pecho.
David, okay, why they arrest you? Why did they arrest you?
They arrest me because I tried to withdraw money from somebody's account.
The person when they try to withdraw money for your account, where is he now?
He's there, sir.
He's dead.
Yes,
When you tell you say they kill him?
Now, when they go work for Warren and they tell me, say they
Kill him. Okay, when they broke the phone to you, say man you withdraw money for the account. Who broke the phone to you?
Now, one of my brother and Pius.
Your brother, wetin be him name?
Victor Tacho.
Is it the same mother, the same father with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we have here, there are two suspects who conspired to kill a site engineer who employed them to work at the site. For reasons best known to them, there's some money in his account. They conspired, they murdered him, buried him at a shallow grave at the site. We have two suspects here. Two suspects are also at large.
So these were the remains of the victim who was brutally murdered. That is Mr. Chigozie, the site engineer who empowered people just to give them daily bread, and they ended up killing him because of greed. We heard he was supposed to pay them daily, and that day he had transfer issues, but he ended up sending the money, but they didn't get the alert. So in the process of showing them his account balance or the transaction details, they saw his bank account balance and felt they needed to cash out on that. Although they didn't have anything to harm him with that day, but the next day when they saw him on site, they had already gotten the tools they need. They already got rope and hammer because they had already planned everything. After killing him, they tied him and dug a very shallow grave close to the pond where they buried him. After that, they took his phone to someone else to try to withdraw the amount. I guess they thought it's something they could go away with, not knowing these things can actually be traced. So there are two things involved to get to know all these things. It's either your bank notifies your next of kin that someone is trying to withdraw, or better still, they just track the person's number or the phone, then they get the exact location where it was last active. That's how to check people's whereabouts. And probably, I don't know how they got to find out, but in my own idea, that's the two ways I can really talk about. Well, we always want everyone to be safe out there, and we also send our condolences to the family of the deceased. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Facebook for more updates like this. Thank you very much.